Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Sheffield Wednesday rebuild. This month we're focusing on October. So we start away at Nottingham Forest before home ties against Luton and Stoke. A trip to Brentford in the Cup before finishing at home against Coventry City. So we picked up Michael King on a free transfer through the youth academy, and he looks like a fairly decent prospect, left-footed, decent defending, decent dribbling, passing. Need to work on his pace and stamina, but hopefully he could become a backup left wing back for us, or a right wing back. He's left footed, so we'll start him off at left wing back, I think, and just get him that position sorted, and then we can progress from there. So our first game this month is against Nottingham Forest at the City Ground. We'll go with our strongest lineup for this one. See how we get on. And it's a 1-1 draw against Forest. Disappointing result because they've been pretty poor this season so far, but they've got a really good team. They've got good players in there that I'd really like to sign. Mighton's one of them. Worrell's a good player for the Championship for sure. Looking at our stats, Fabry didn't have the best game. Neumann with the goal, played pretty well. Amaral didn't have the best game than Prater, so disappointing result. So next up, a home tie against Luton. So Luton are just outside the playoffs this season. Again, pretty decent Championship side. Our squad's looking fairly refreshed, so what we'll do is we'll stick with the first team and see how we go. Another draw. John Jules having a goal disallowed late in the second half. Another okay performance. A few fives in there, which is quite disappointing. Tavares coming on for Cardozo at the back and having a decent game, but more points dropped, especially at home. Very disappointed with that one. Next up, we've got Stoke, and after a couple of draws, we really need to get a win here. And we come away with an excellent 2-0 win. Thankfully, we managed to convert our good chances there. Scott Twine and Neumann getting the goals. Decent performance. Sparho coming off the bench. Hasn't done a lot so far. Scott as well, but the rest of the lineup played brilliantly there. The three guys that came off had a good game too. So that's a massive 3 points at home to Stoke, especially after those early draws. Nice to get 3 points on the board. As we head into the cup tie against Brentford. And this is going to be a really tough game, I think. After knocking out Arsenal previously, there's a hope that we can get through this tie as well and maybe push to get to the next round. And we managed to win with our backup side, which is really good. Really pleased with that. Some excellent performances there from our players. Mostly all greens, apart from Neumann who came on. Ricky J. Jones getting a rare start. Fabry got 7.9, Sparrow got 7, also good. And Scott Twine got another goal in the League Cup, so that's really pleasing. Done really well there. So the EFL Cup journey continues. Spurs smashed West Ham, Leicester beat West Brom, Chelsea beat Watford, and we beat Brentford. Man City beat Liverpool on penalties, with Man United, Norwich, Everton and Fulham still to play, so there's some good teams still left in it. So we'll revert back to our strongest side for this one. Bit of a tough one for me, being a Coventry fan, but hopefully we can get 3 points here at home.
And so the match is underway. Bidwell, well, possibilities in the centre. Dangerous looking attack, keeping it moving dynamically. Can he find the net? Didn't fool the keeper. Just the clearance that was needed. Here's Castro, and the emphasis is on creativity. Oh, that was a chance to give them an early advantage.
Well, they should be off to a flyer here, and that was a poor effort. He must hit the target.
Setting off perhaps a little bit too much here. Real chance. There is the goal, and you could almost see that coming. They were sitting ever deeper, and now they've really paid the price. And plenty of room in the wide area, and still dangerous. Well read to ease the pressure. Counter-attacking, very much an option. Will it be? This looks interesting. Oh, surely! And he's kept it out, fully stretched, somehow reaching it. Relatively straightforward to mop up defensively.
So at half-time, we're 1-0 up with John Jules scoring the goal. Russo's gone off with an injury, which was disappointing, but I didn't want to risk leaving him on. It was only a light injury, but when he's such a key player for us. Looking at the fitness and the ratings, we're doing okay. So for now, second half can resume with the same team.
The two teams have switched around and are ready now for the second half. Chance to cross. And it took a touch on the way through, so a corner here. Well, the danger is still there. The ball. Jones. Now a decent position. And he's done it! Parity again! A magnificent game unfolding. Throw-ins given. There's a slide rule pass. And there is the...
So really costly draw there against Coventry with Dominguez and Rousseau both going off injured. It was a pretty even game. We had the better goal scoring chances and JJ should have nicked that one at the end. Not an outstanding performance. Hopefully those injuries won't be too bad, and so let's have a review of how bad the injuries are. Rousseau's out for 5 days, that's fine, but Dominguez is out for 2 months, so he's going to be a big loss at left wing back. He's been a superb play for us so far. So at the end of October, we are down in 3rd in the league, joint on points with Norwich in 2nd, so just below on goal difference. Burnley still leading the way with their only 1 defeat so far this season. Coventry 18th, just above the relegation zone, with Plymouth, Hull and Burton still all in the bottom 3. Really difficult month for us, that, I think, results wise, and I'm pretty disappointed that we didn't manage to get more points. Draws with Forest, Coventry and Luton, and a win against Stoke, and we beat Brentford. So next month we've got an away trip to Hull, an away trip to Norwich, which will be a massive game for us. They're just above us in the table, before home ties against Blackburn and Pompey. Josh Sargent's still top goal scorer in the league, but Neumann and John Jules are chasing him down. Adebayo's up there, he's a player we were looking at. Assist wise, Dominguez and Prato are both up there now with 4, but Lakin's still leading the way. And clean sheets, no surprise that Nick Pope is still absolutely flying at the top with 9 clean sheets in 16 matches. Into the Premier League, Manchester City is still absolutely flying with 10 wins from 10 games. Liverpool 5 points behind, and Southampton, a bit of a surprise, up there in 3rd. Spurs have turned it around a little bit and moved out of the relegation zone, but it's very tight down there with Brighton, Bournemouth and Fulham in the bottom 3. Wolves and Spurs are not far out though. Into League One, Reading top the league with Derby, Doncaster and Rotherham not far behind. Peterborough, in fact it's really close as we move down the league here as well, with anyone down as far as Crewe in 11th really eyeing up a playoff spot at this point in time. The bottom 4, Wycombe, Exeter, Northampton and Shrewsbury, but again within 3 points of Wycombe are Charlton in 14th, so again all the leagues looking pretty tight so far. Walsall are top of League 2 with Cambridge 2nd. You've got Cheltenham and Salford tied on 28, and then a glut of teams on their low 20s. As we move to the bottom of the table, Swindon's still struggling, Harrogate at bottom with Scunthorpe United just above them. Neumann's now top goal scorer with 11 goals, John Jules with 10, Twine's chipped in 5 from the bench, and Prater's next. In terms of assists, Dominguez is our top assist getter and he's going to be missing for the next 2 months. I really appreciate your guys' support, so if you enjoyed the episode, please leave a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. See you next time.